Well, good afternoon and welcome to those of you who are already tuned in and viewing with us. My name's Neil Morgan here at the Splash La Mirada Regional Aquatic Center. Got another great game of water polo coming up for you. We've got the number 9 ranked UC San Diego Tritons against first-year Biola Eagles. First sprint is scheduled for just about 1 p.m. The teams will get out for introductions here in about 5 minutes. We'll be right back with you at that point to have our PA announcer John Sherrard and the introductions, followed by a little bit of an intro for the game. Thanks for joining us here at the Biola Athletics Digital Network. All right, welcome back to the La Mirada Regional Aquatic Center. The captain's meeting is happening now, and we're getting set for Biola University's first conference match in this inaugural season. It'll be some Western Water Polo Association action for you as the Eagles get set to take on the Tritons here in La Mirada. Biola comes into this one day after their first victory ever. It was a 12-8 win over Westcliff here in this pool yesterday afternoon. Most goals ever in program history from Biola, scoring 12, coming from 8 different players in that game. Kenny Wolfe continues to be a standout for the Eagles as the primary facilitator and a lockdown defender. In yesterday's game, he had 2 goals, 3 assists, a pair of steals, and a bunch of field blocks as he shut down players all over the perimeter. Other standouts from yesterday's game for the Eagles was Will Tibbetts. He had a hat trick, 3 goals, 2 steals. Matt Rodriguez with a goal, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Nolan Rapp had a pair of goals, 1 assist, and 3 steals. He's first in the WWPA this year with 13 steals overall. Mitchell Carpenter continues to be solid. He had 10 saves yesterday and is 4th in the WWPA overall with 54 saves, 2nd in saves per game at just about 11. And now he's 5th in the conference in save percentage. So he faces a lot of shots, and he stops a lot of shots. So Mitchell's been great for the Eagles so far. Tough competition coming into the pool as it's the UC San Diego Tritons, who are 18-time WWPA champions, 14-time WWPA runners-up, and 8 times have found themselves in the top 4 nationally in water polo. They're coached by Denny Harper, San Diego State alumni, 42nd year head coach for UCSD. He's got an overall record of 683, 486, and 4. 17-time ACWPC Coach of the Year and 19-time WWPA Coach of the Year. So, first-year head coach Rick Nordell versus 42nd-year head coach Denny Harper. But don't sleep on Coach Nordell. He's already proved he's a treasure to Biola, and he knows the sport of water polo with 3 decades of coaching in high school. Just a second here, we're going to hand over to the PA announcer for our introductions, and we'll be right back with you.
Now here are your starters for the UC San Diego Tritons. 6'2" sophomore goalkeeper, number 1, Alexander Namath. A 6'2" redshirt junior utility, number 4, veteran Lakovic. A junior 5'10" utility, number 8, Manuel Augusto. A 6'3" utility senior, number 9, Jack Rand. A 6'4" senior utility, number 11, Carlo Kamek. A 6'6" utility senior, number 12, Calder Hildy Jones. And a 6'0" sophomore utility, number 24, Caden Lincoln. Your head coach is Denny Harper. Assistant associate head coach is Matt Ustashevsky, Alessandro Millenia, volunteer assistant coach Glenn Bush, and director of operations Rob Patty. And now for your hometown, Biola Eagles. A 6'6" freshman goalkeeper, number 1, Mitchell Carpenter. A 6'0" utility sophomore, number 2, Dominic Hidalgo Valencia. A 5'11" freshman center, number 4, Luke Franklin. A 5'11" freshman defender, number 11, Nolan Rapp. A 6'2" sophomore attacker, number 13, Kenny Wolfe.
I said just touching.
A 5'11" center defender, number 15, Will Tibbetts. A 6'3" center defender, sophomore, number 16, Maxwell Osborne. Your head coach is Rick Nordell, and assistant Salvador Orozco, and your goalie coach, Anna Miroslavic. Biola is coached by Rick Nordell. At this time, would all fans please rise and join us for a word of prayer.
All right, let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity to come together today and play the beautiful game of water polo here at Splash. We pray for protection of these guys in the pool today. We pray that you keep them free of injury, free of illness, and that we have a great game that everything that happens in that pool goes for your honor and glory.
Amen.
Amen.
Here he is.
Test. Okay, we're back. Amen. Would all please rise and join us for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast. Now, in case you didn't hear it, our sound system was having a little bit of issues, so I'll go through the starting lineups for both teams one more time. Starting in goal for the UC San Diego Tritons is sophomore goalkeeper Alexander Namath. Field players for the Tritons are going to be junior utility Vedran Latkovic, junior utility Manel Agosto, senior utility Jack Range, senior utility Carlo Kermick, and senior utility an all-WWPA player, Calder Hildy Jones. For head coach Rick Nordell and the Eagles, of course, it's going to be freshman goalkeeper Mitchell Carpenter between the pipes. Joining him in the field, sophomore utility player Dominic Hidalgo Valesio. Freshman center Luke Franklin. Freshman center defender Nolan Rapp. Sophomore attacker Kenny Wolfe, we already talked about him a little bit. Freshman center defender Will Tibbetts. And sophomore center defender Max Osborne. Boys are just about to jump in the pool. We've got 8 minutes of the first period coming up to you. Want to let you know if you want to send us a shout out throughout the day today, we'd love to hear from you. It's eaglesbroadcast@gmail.com. Again, eaglesbroadcast@gmail.com. Let us know who you are, where you're watching, who you're rooting for, maybe what you had for lunch, because it's a little bit after lunchtime here. Beautiful, sunny, 75-degree day here in Southern California. Teams are in the pool. It looks like Will Tibbetts is going to take the opening sprint for Biola. We'll get you the opening sprinter for UC San Diego once we get going. Biola comes into this one 1-4 on the year. It's their first conference game. UC San Diego enters play 5-2 overall, and they're currently first place in the WWPA with a 1-0 record. Their one conference win was 19-4 over Concordia Irvine back on September 9th. This last weekend, they played number 1 UCLA, suffered a 15-8 loss, and they played highly ranked Division III team Whittier Poets and won 20-7. Getting our clocks synced up here, and then we'll get going. Looks like our sprinter for UC San Diego is going to be Manel Agosto. Agosto leads the team in assists with 8 this year, and he also leads the team in steals with 7 so far this year. UC San Diego was picked to win the conference championship this year. In the preseason poll, they tied with UC Davis for the top spot. So far this year, they've proven their offensive prowess with 5 games of 17 or more goals. 3 of their players have 3+ goals last time out. Connor McManigal scored 4 against Whittier, Max Correa with 3, and Miles Wilson also with 3.
Sprinter for UC San Diego, number 8, Manuel Augusto, and for Biola, number 15, Will Tibbetts.
All right, our second clock is getting up and running, so the officials are ready. They wave it. Here's our opening sprint. Looks like Agosto's going to take it for the Tritons, and they're going to have the first possession. Up top, swimming with it, that's Jack Range. Range tosses it over to Likens. Likens all the way over into the corner to Agosto. Trying to work their way back up top. They switch it to the other side. Looking to set center, and they have the guy open. He turns, but can't get enough on it. Hildy Jones lets it skip right to Mitchell Carpenter, who picks up his first save of the game. That'll be Kenny Wolfe bringing it down. He's right at center pool right now. Still swimming, plenty of space in front of him. He's going to walk it in a little bit, gets big and pumps. Tries to toss it over. Good steal attempt there. That was Kermick who initiated the steal. Scooping it up is Hildy Jones, and he's got the advantage going back the other way. Maxwell Osborne closes it out, and they're going to have to pass it back to Kermick and eventually back to Latkovich up top. They're again looking to try to set in center. Instead, they're going to slide it over to Likens. Now they're going to go center. Backhand is saved by Carpenter. It bounces back, and it's a new 30 for the Tritons. Likens with the ball now. He's going to pass it into center. Can't quite get picked up. And it's going to result in a Biola exclusion there. Maxwell Osborne's going to have to go sit in the penalty box, and will be the first 6-on-5 for the Tritons. Likens with the ball. Passes it back up to the point, and now all the way over to the far side. Likens again down right at 2 meter. He's going to fire it over to the weak side. Now up back top to Latkovich. Latkovich pumps, slides to his left, and hits the post. Carpenter scoops it up. He's going to have to battle there with Hildy Jones to win it. He wins the sprint and outlets immediately to Maxwell Osborne, who just came out of the exclusion area. Nothing. 2 minutes in here. Osborne fires it over to Nolan Rapp. Rapp on to Dominic Hidalgo Valesio. Hidalgo Valesio takes it from way out, and it hits off the post, and now the Tritons will go back the other way. You can already tell the difference in the opposition between yesterday's game and today. Biola is not able to set up its offense exactly where it wants to be. The pressure from the defenders has them way out on the perimeter, whereas yesterday they were able to work inside the 5 for pretty much anything they wanted. Offensive called, and they're going to work back the other way. Kenny Wolfe has it. He's going to swim it. He's looking for an opportunity to pass in as Biola's got numbers up. Max Osborne right center. He's getting closed out on, though, and has to outlet to Rapp. Rapp picks it up quickly, fires it towards the goalkeeper, and Namath deals well with it to knock it down. 3 minutes in now, still nothing. Latkovich swimming forward. Nolan Rapp closing out. This time it could be an opportunity for a steal for Biola. Luke Franklin tries to get to it. He can't quite. Nagosto pulls his arm in and gets the foul called. A field block there as Hildy Jones is having a hard time. He's able to get set and get the ball, but isn't able to convert so far. And Biola's been able to be bailed out. Max Osborne now on the far side. He's going to swim it all the way down to the 2. Instead, he pulls up right at about 5 and finds Dom. Dom trying to get a foul. Nothing called so far. Good defense there by the Tritons. This time he tries to set it middle. It's Kenny Wolfe in the middle. Wolfe passes it back to Osborne, who finds Hidalgo Valesio, and that one's fielded, blocked pretty easily by Jack Range. He just stuck that hand up there, no change in his expression. Didn't look like he did much effort, and it just hits off his hand, and the Tritons have an opportunity going the other way. Not anymore, as offensive is called on Agosto inside, and it's going to get tossed back to Carpenter for Biola to see what it can do. 4 minutes burned now in this game. Nolan Rapp tries to set it center. That's Luke Franklin. He has an opportunity here, but instead he kicks it out. Osborne, with the keeper out, is going to have a chance to try to burn him. Can't do it. Now he throws it over to Franklin. Foul called. Franklin is now capless. Back to Osborne. Osborne with Latkovich all over his back. He picks up, finds Tibbetts, who shoots wide, and Biola will go the other way. Namath's got it. He passes it up to Kermick, who's going to swim it forward to the point. Kermick skips it over to Likens. Likens is going to walk in and slide to his left a little bit. Good lateral movement from him so far in this game. He does it again and tries to find the centerman. Centerman is going to draw the exclusion. Kenny Wolfe this time getting penalized for the Eagles. Some great passing out of the water, and ultimately converting is number 9, Jack Range. So first goal of the game comes just inside 5 minutes. 3:01 left in this first quarter. We do have our first shout out of the afternoon coming in. It comes in from former Biola Sports Information Director Ken Carlson. Ken says he's watching here from Oceanside. Who would have thought Biola Water Polo on YouTube? Ken, we're so happy to have Biola Water Polo. We're so happy to have Biola Water Polo on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, and we always enjoy hearing from you and enjoy how you continue to support Biola. Attempt there from Matt Vinson. That's going to go off the keeper's hand and be a corner throw and a new shot clock for Biola. Went off the arm of Namath and then hit that end line. So Vinson's going to scoop it up. They're going to have him touch the lane line with it, put it live, and he's going to pass it in to, I think that's Will Tibbetts. Yes, it is. Tibbetts kicks it right back out to Vinson. UC San Diego doing a pretty darn good job on the perimeter of not fouling. Biola is going to get called for the offensive, and it's going to go back the other way. Nice outlet pass all the way down to Miles Wilson. Wilson picks it up with his left hand, works himself all the way around the Biola defense. Carpenter picks it up with 2 hands, chucks it forward, and Kenny Wolfe's going to take over possession for the Eagles. He finds Nolan Rapp. Back to Wolfe. Still at center of the pool here. Eagles try to set it, but the pass doesn't have enough on it. And Brendan Nugent's going to scoop it up, kick it back to the keeper, and UCSD is going to have another possession. Another stop for Biola. Where the Eagles are having their problems right now is just getting some shots off. The shots they are getting off are kind of weak and wide and high. Haven't really challenged Namath too much to this point. Of course, that's a compliment to the UCSD defense and what they've been able to do so far. Kicking it over to Will Tibbetts. Tibbetts is going to have to slide it forward. Pushes it back to Wolfe. Wolfe has to get a quick shot off. It skips, but just wide. Good opportunity from that far out from Wolfe, and now he's going to have to hurry back for defense. Great outlet pass there to Alex Zamanian. And now UC San Diego's fully set up. Matt Rodriguez left his man to go help center and ends up burning the Eagles as Miles Wilson scores the second goal of this one, and it's 2-0 UCSD. Another look at that last goal. Ball turned over there as Brendan Nugent picks up the steal, and UCSD is going to have another chance on the counter. This is Wilson, fresh off the goal score. Tough opportunity as it's 2-on-1 for the Tritons, and they're able to convert. Wilson tosses it over to Nugent, and it's 3-0 UCSD. 30 seconds remaining. That's one possession in this first quarter. So we'll see what Biola can do with this last possession. Still stuck all the way past center pool. Nolan Rapp defended by Zamanian. Rapp is going to have to force a pass over to Grasso. Grasso looks to set center. And the ball is taken away from Vincent and will go the other way. 11 seconds here for UCSD to try to find one more option. 6, 5, 4. Clock will stop on the foul. They set it center. Trouble to come up with it, and that'll be it. Max Carrillo can't quite corral that pass, and we're going to head into the break. Here's one last look at the third goal for UCSD. 3-0 Tritons.
Trying to get that static out.
Church and Casualty Insurance Agency is California's largest insurer of houses of worship. Since 1983, they have been helping churches to master the unexpected. Find out more at www.ccia.com. Again, www.ccia.com. Thank you to Church and Casualty Insurance Agency for your generous sponsorship of Biola Athletics. And thank you to all of you for tuning in with us here. Game number 2 for Biola at La Mirada Splash Regional Aquatic Center. The Eagles scored 3 goals in the first, 3 goals in the second, 3 goals in the third, and 3 goals in the fourth period yesterday. Today, it's a little bit the other way around. Nothing doing for Biola in those first 8 minutes, and 3 goals for their opposition, UC San Diego. The Tritons got 8 shots off in that first period. Biola got 6 shots off. The Eagles were excluded twice. No exclusions on UC San Diego's side. The goal scorers for the Tritons in that first period were Wilson, Range, and Nugent. I want to remind you that if you want to send in a shout-out throughout the day today, please shoot us an email at eaglesbroadcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. So, fun fact I learned about UCSD when I was doing some research for this game was back in April of 1989, Coach Denny Harper's team set a Guinness Book of World Record by playing 26 continuous hours of water polo. I can't imagine what that was like. I know that's definitely not allowable now by NCAA legislation, but it's pretty cool. Their names will be in the record book, and I can't imagine that's a record that's really ever going to get toppled. So, cool to hear about that. Also, note on UCSD, their associate head coach, Matt Ustashevsky, was on the U.S. water polo staff at Tokyo 2020, the Olympics this summer. He's been involved with the senior national team for a little while now and got to go to the Olympics and work on some of their technical advising. So, very experienced UC San Diego's side here, and they've got the 3-goal jump on the Eagles in this one. We'll see what Biola can do in the second quarter. Tibbetts sprinting again against Brendan Nugent this time. Nugent picks up the win for UC San Diego, and they're 2 for 2 so far on sprints. Goes over to Nugent. Nugent's going to work just inside the 2-meter. Bad pass there, and Will Tibbetts is going to have an opportunity to maybe get to it. Nope, can't quite, as Miles Wilson was able to close it off just in time. Sliding forward is Zamanian. Zamanian passes it over, and they're going to look center. Oh, what a great goal there. That was Aram Nordanyan, who with 2 guys all over him is able to sink under, pick the ball back up, and bury it. 4-0 Tritons now. See if we can get another look at that at some point here. That was a good little piece of work in the center. Dom Hidalgo Valesio with it. Good defense by Normanyan. And it gets taken away. UC San Diego is going to have an opportunity on the counterattack now. That's Max Abravanel swimming with it. Max Osborne closes out on that, Max. And now Tibbetts is going to have to do some work at center. Great block by Mitchell Carpenter. Heavy shot in the center. Carpenter fans it back out, and it's going to be another opportunity for the Tritons with a fresh clock. It's twice today that they've gotten the rebound off of the keeper on a save, and then we'll see if they can take advantage of it. Another exclusion coming for the Eagles. That's Max Osborne this time. Pass over from Miles Wilson is converted by his teammate Abravanel on the other side, and it's going to go to 5-0. Here's a quick replay at that last goal from center. Two quick scores from UC San Diego to start this second period. Biola again having to work back at center of the pool. That's Nolan Rapp. He's going to push it forward and find Tibbetts. Tibbetts has Hidalgo with some space. He shoots it, and it's field blocked there by Nordmandian. And now UC San Diego is going to go the other way. Miles Wilson's going to walk it forward with the left hand. He tries to set center. Picked up, turned, and scoring is Nordanyan. And it extends to a 6-0 ball game. We have another shout out coming in. It says, "Go Eagles! Luke and Mitchell, we are proud of you. Watching in Ukaipa from Grandma and Grandpa O'Leary." Thank you so much for sending that shout out in. Talked a lot about it yesterday, how Luke and Mitchell were high school teammates and now get this fresh start at Biola, and we're excited to see how they grow together over the next 4 years. Kenny Wolfe working with it. He's going to find Rapp. Rapp works it all the way around to Tibbetts. Tibbetts has some space. He's going to walk it forward, pump a little bit, gets a shot off, and it's saved by Namath. Namath goes all the way to the end here with Miles Wilson. Wilson switches it to the far side. A skip shot. Goes in. Looked like it hit the side of the cage to me for just a minute, but it is a goal, and it's now 7-0 UC San Diego. Five minutes and 29 seconds left in this second period of play. That's Josiah Brimage. First time we've said his name here today. He's entered in and has it up top for the Eagles. Working against Kermick for UC San Diego. He's getting pushed deep into the Tritons zone. That pass goes over to Tibbetts. Tibbetts gets swam over. It's a foul. He tries to set Vincent in the center. Can't quite do it. Picking up the deflected pass is Augusto. And the Tritons will work back the other way. About 3 minutes gone here now in the second period. We play 4 8-minute periods. Walking it forward is Likens. Likens trying to find someone to tip it in. Can't do it. We're going to have a 5-meter opportunity coming up as a penalty is called on Matthew Rodriguez. Stepping up to shoot that penalty shot is going to be Vedran Latkovic. Latkovic scores it, and it's 8-0 Tritons. UCSD actually was the host for Biola's first ever water polo games in history. The Eagles went down to the Triton Invite 2 weekends ago and went 0-4 at the tournament hosted by the Tritons. UCSD's Canyon View Aquatic Center will also host the NCAA National Championships in a couple years here. They were picked to host in 2024 and 2026. I think that's still the schedule, even with the COVID shutdowns from last year. Matt Rodriguez was too far out to try to take a direct shot there, so he gets called for a turnover, and now it's going to be UCSD working back the other way. Kermick with a whole lot of space in front of him. It's a 3-on-2 situation. Biola trying to get the defensive numbers that it needs. Can't quite get there, and Kermick is able to bury it to extend this out to 9-0. Almost 4 minutes into this second period here. Biola working hard. You can tell these guys are gassed a little bit. Having that game yesterday and then having this opposition again today, they're having to work hard for every little inch on the offensive end. Great defensive pressure put on by the Tritons. Good work by Rodriguez to work around his defender there. He's got some space. He's going to slide forward and try to take a shot. Gets knocked down from behind, and UC San Diego is going to work it the other way. Kermick again with it. Kermick able to find Jack Range. Range is going to take a couple steps in. Rodriguez closes out on him, and there's the shot in the goal that Calder Hilly Jones was working hard for in that first period. He finally gets it here in the second period, right from at the 2-meter spot. Coach Rick Nordell's going to enter in some subs here. Luke Franklin's coming in. Grasso's coming in. Looks like Dom Hidalgo and Kenny Wolfe are back in. Biola, of course, being first-year program, has been doing a whole lot of 6-for-6 subbing with the field players to try to get as many guys some experience, especially against these top teams, as possible. Everything you can learn in these types of games is valuable as they continue to press towards their goal of just being a much better team in November than they were when they started the year, and they're already looking vastly improved from that first tournament and got their first win under the belt, so there's lots to look forward to as they keep working through their schedule this year. After this week, coming up next, they'll hit the road. They've got a back-to-back WWPA road trip. They play number 14 Santa Clara and Fresno Pacific on the 24th and 25th of this month. UC San Diego's back in action just a couple days from now as they play at UC Santa Barbara. Trying to set center there. It results in a kick out. Dom Hidalgo Valencia will be excluded, and it'll be another power play for the Tritons. Shot from deep from Vedran Latkovic. He buries it. He came in tied with Calder Hildy Jones as the team leaders in goals. 13 this year coming into today. It's now 11-0 UCSD. Latkovic has 2 and Hildy Jones has 1. So Latkovic with that goal now takes the team lead with 15. Wolfe draws a foul. He's going to push it over to Bagley. Bagley tries to get it to Hidalgo Valencia, and Biola's going to have its first opportunity on the 6-on-5. Kick out goes on Jack Range. He's going to go over into the little penalty box area. Grasso working with it from that far post. He passes it back to Wolfe. Almost picked off. Hidalgo Valencia gets one over to Bagley. Now back to Hidalgo at the point. He takes a quick shot, and it's dealt with by Namath. And the Eagles are 0 for 1 on that power play opportunities. Offensive foul called as they're transitioning back down the pool. So Biola will gain possession. Grasso over to Jonas Huckabee. Huckabee up to Wolfe. That one is tipped out by Kermick. And an offensive foul is called on Luke Franklin. So UCSD is going to have possession on the breakaway. And swimming it almost all the way into the goal is Manel Augusto. Carpenter came out to try to cut him off, and he swam just under the right arm of Carpenter and almost all the way right into the goal. So that'll make it 12-0. We've got 1 minute 43 seconds left here in the second period. Then we'll have a 5-minute break at halftime and be right back with you for the second half. UCSD coaches continue to yell press but no foul. They've done a good job of that so far in this game. Looking to set center. Luke Franklin can't do anything with it. Defenders all over him, and it'll go back to UCSD. Franklin was held without a goal for the first time yesterday, and he's having a hard time working against these guys in there today. We'll see if Frank the Tank is going to be able to get on the score sheet. Setting middle, that's Dom Hidalgo Valencia on defense. working against Likens. He passes that back out to the outside. This time it's going to be Max Carrillo working with it at center, and he buries the goal. So 13-0 San Diego. 1:03 left now in this second period. It's Carrillo's second goal of the game. Oh, excuse me, first goal of the game. Live stats were updated super quick. Hidalgo Valesio gets fouled and then tries to pick it up and shoot it from deep. It skips off the keeper, and Biola is going to have a corner throw opportunity. That one's going to get picked off by Caden Likens. He's going to go the other way. Good defense as he just swam around Hidalgo Valesio to pick it off. He's going to come down the field, try to score. That one's blocked by Carpenter. Likens tried to work around similar fashion to how the last goal was scored, but Carpenter was ready for it and stops it with his right hand. Hidalgo Valesio at half pool. This one goes to Frank the Tank. He turns and he scores! He must have heard me talking about him. Luke Franklin gets Biola on the board. 13-1 with 20 seconds left in this first half of play. Great find by Dom and great shot by Luke Franklin to get Biola on the board. Always feels good to get that first one in a game like this where things were kind of getting away from us a little bit. So we'll see what UC San Diego does here. They've got about 12 seconds of possession left on this one. They've got center set. They don't choose to go that way. They're going to pass it around a little bit, and we see if they're going to take a shot here. Skip shot taken and saved. And now Mitchell Carpenter going to try to throw it all the way across the pool. Nothing doing there, so we'll head to halftime. 13-1 UC San Diego. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We're getting ready to get started with the third period of play here. Both teams are going to have a goalie switch. Coming in for UC San Diego is going to be a sophomore from Carlsbad, California, Carlsbad High School, Bennett Keenast. And coming in for Biola is going to be freshman goalkeeper number 1A, Casey Kazanjian. Casey comes in from Sunnyvale, California, where he played at King's Academy. He earned team MVP honors and the Pride Hustle Desire Awards and was named USA Water Polo Academic All-American during his high school career. So both teams have a new goalie. We'll have a new sprint to start off this period coming up in just a minute. We'll tell you who's going to be taking that for both sides. Luke Franklin scored the 1 goal for Biola. 1 goal on 12 shots so far for the Eagles. Eagles have been excluded 5 times, including Max Osborne, who's got 2 on his tally, so he's got to be real careful here in this third period and fourth period. Will Tibbett set to take the sprint for Biola. Once Nolan Rapp makes his way to the other side of the pool, and we get our whistle, and we are off. UC San Diego takes the sprint once more. It's Alex Zamanian who wins it this time, and the Tritons are 3 for 3 on the sprints. Each one has been close, but gone in favor of those in the white caps. Looking to set center, Nolan Rapp is going to pick up his first steal here. We mentioned how Rapp came into the day leading the WWPA in that category. Kenny's got some space. That hasn't been a regular occurrence so far in this game. A little bit of space on the perimeter has got to be a little bit of a relief for Biola. That's Maxwell Osborne walking forward a little bit, right at 6 meters. It's going to be an exclusion there, as trying to work around Luke Franklin was Augusto, and he's going to get called for it. He goes under the penalty area, and now Biola is going to have another chance on the 6-on-5. So opportunity number 2, opportunity number 1 did not convert for the Eagles. Nice pass from Rapp. Finished with the one-timer from Franklin, and Biola now has scored the last 2 goals. So things tighten a little bit. 13-2 now is our tally as we get back underway. Here's another look at that one. Good clean pass, good quick finish from Franklin. Rapp, a freshman, gets the assist there. He's from Whittier, California, La Serna High School. Right at 2 meters is UCC. They're going to try for a centering pass and a good finish there by Carlo Kermick, and it's going to be 14-2 Tritons. Got another shout out coming in. This one coming from Brandon Hankey up in Tulare, California, says, "Let's go Eagles. Finish strong this second half and go number 5, Brett." Thank you, Brandon, for the shout out. And yes, let's go Eagles. See if they can show some signs of life and muster up some more tallies here in the second half to get them feeling good heading into practice before their road trip next week. Kenny Wolfe throws it over, and ball gets turned over. And there was an offensive foul called on by Biola in kind of the same sequence. So the Tritons go back down the other way. They're going to take some time to let their offense set up. On the ball is Kermick. He's going to pass it over to the other end in Augusto. Augusto dashes it down into the corner with a Bravanel until he gets it back. We had an exclusion and a goal all in one sequence there as Max Carrillo finishes it for the Tritons. And it goes to 15-2. Six minutes left now in this period. Kenny Wolfe on it. Good defense by Augusto. Passed over to Rapp. Rapp tries to find Hidalgo Valacio. Hidalgo Valacio is fouled. Picks it up and slides it back. And another opportunity for Biola as UC San Diego sees Augusto get excluded again. Back-to-back possessions for him. Firing it over to Kenny Wolfe. Wolfe back up to Hidalgo Valacio. Back to Wolfe. Good opportunity there. Doesn't take the shot. Tibbetts does. It gets field blocked by Kermick and goes out of play. Tibbetts trying to come up with a steal. Instead, he gets excluded, and it'll be a power play opportunity for the Tritons. Good passing by them. Zamanian down in the corner. He's going to throw it all the way across to the other side. Works back up to the top. And back to Zamanian. Zamanian tries a centering pass. It had way too much pepper on it, and Kenny Wolfe is able to slide it away and come up with possession for Biola. That was an interesting pass into center. You don't often see them fire them with that much heat. Didn't look like their center was ready to try to tip it in either. That pass from Tibbetts gets intercepted by Max Abravanel. And going back the other way is UCSD. This is the only game today in the WWPA. That time it was Zamanian who passed it on over to Korea, who finishes it quickly to make it 16-2, and it'll be a line change for both teams here. Four minutes and 12 seconds left here in this third period. Jonas Huckabee has it up top. He's fouled by Miles Wilson. Ball is back live, and it gets turned over by Biola. Wilson has some space in front of him. He picks it up, and things are going to settle a little bit. He tries to pass it over to Latkovic, who buries it home and scores. 17-2 now for the Tritons.
You want me to just yell really loud?
That's the third of the game for Latkovic. Grasso with it. His pass is tipped by Likens. He's ultimately able to get it back over to Josiah Brimage. Brimage walks it and pumps it and shoots from about 8 or 9 out, and it's blocked away by the new keeper, Keenast. That time it was Miles Wilson throwing it over to R.M. Nordanyan, who puts it home for the 18-2 UCSD lead. Got just about 11 minutes left in this contest. That's plenty of time. If you wanted to send a shout out to eaglesbroadcast@gmail.com, let us know how your day's going, who you're rooting for. We'd love to hear from you. Equal opportunity shout outs here. If you're a UCSD fan or a Biola fan or just a water polo fan like I am, we'd love to hear from you. That pass goes right off a closed fist of Jackson Sumwalt and hits the wall. It's going to be a turnover, and UCSD taking over possession. Working up with it is Caden Likens. Likens finds the man in the corner. Passed over, and that shot's going to hit off the crossbar. Brendan Nugent with a quick shot. Goes off the crossbar above Kazanjan's head. And Biola will go back the other way with a fresh 30. Kazanjan finds Huckabee. Already, though, 10 seconds out of that 30-second possession was gone by the time they got that outlet pass that time. Up to Sumwalt. Sumwalt finds Josiah Brimage, who's working without a cap. Brimage gets hit. Ball drops. No foul called, and going back the other way. This time it's going to be Vedran Latkovic swimming with it. Man already has a hat trick, and now he's got a whole bunch of open water in front of him. He's going to toss it the other way. Jackson Sumwalt almost comes up with a steal. Instead, it falls into the possession of Miles Wilson, who puts it home for a goal. Tough break for Kazanjan and the Eagles. Biola thought it was about to have a good, clean defensive possession and come away with a steal, but nothing you can do when a guy comes up with it about a meter in front of the goal.
Yeah, because this should have no impact on this, but somehow it's still not coming out of it.
2 minutes left now in the third period. Luke Franklin is in, along with a bunch of others for the Eagles. Kenny Wolfe is going to be back up top. He's sliding forward. Finds Tibbetts. Tibbetts back to Wolfe. Yeah, they have an opportunity to pass it into set if they want to. Haven't taken it just yet. Frank is working hard in there. Now he gets his opportunity. Ball just slips right out of his hand, unfortunately, and UC San Diego is going to take it the other way. So that'll be Miles Wilson again in that deep corner. Throws it all the way over to Latkovich. Latkovich uses the skip ball to pass it into the goal, and it becomes a 20-2 game. Talked about it a little bit in the opener, but scoring goals is what this UCSD team does. This is now their 6th game this year with at least 17 goals. Quick exclusion on the defensive side there. Going out is going to be Caden Likens. Biola's going to have an opportunity, but by the time Likens even gets into the penalty area, he's pretty much going to be waved back in because he committed the offense so far out. Tibbetts has the ball knocked out of his hands there by Latkovich, and successfully defended was that power play. Keenast with another good outlet pass. That's another area of this game that I've really been impressed with from this UCSD team, is their ability to get those long passes from the goalie exactly where they need to be to set up their offense with good opportunities and take advantage of anyone who's late getting down the pool. Tibbetts commits the foul, comes up with the shot, says Likens. He's able to take it direct there, and he buries it, and it goes to 21-2 now. 32 seconds, 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here in the third period. We'll see what Biola does with its possession. Foul called there on Likens. Pass back to Kenny Wolfe goes a little too far. He has to speed up a bit to catch up with it. He's going to take some steps forward now. Gets the pump fake going, passes it into Franklin. Franklin gets pushed underwater. And it's a foul that goes to the Eagles. Franklin picks it up. Kicks it right back out to Hankey. Hankey throws it over to Bagley. Bagley can't handle it, and possession goes to Aram Nordanyan, who throws it in from half pool and scores. Excuse me, it wasn't Nordanyan. I was looking down. It was Caden Likens who scored it from just that half pool. The goal counts as the buzzer sounds, and that's going to be 22-2 as we move into this fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with you. Well, we'll take one more opportunity to let you guys know that Church and Casualty Insurance Agency is California's largest insurer of houses of worship. Since 1983, they've been helping churches to master the unexpected. Find out more at www.ccia.com. Again, www.ccia.com. Thank you to Church and Casualty Insurance Agency for your generous sponsorship of Biola Athletics. Well, we're going to have a new sprinter for Biola here. John Grasso is going to get an opportunity to get the sprint. And we're going to see another goalie change for the Eagles as Mitchell Carpenter comes back in between the pipes. 22 goals on 31 shots for UC San Diego. That's a 71% shooting percentage in this game so far. They're 2 for 6 on power play opportunities in this one. Biola's 1 for 4 on such chances. Both goals for the Eagles, as we mentioned, from Luke Franklin. That puts Franklin up to 7 goals on the season and gives him back the team lead. Again, it's going to be Grasso sprinting for the Eagles. He's going up against Zamanian for UC San Diego. Another close one, but the Tritons get it. So 4 for 4, a clean sweep on the sprints today for Coach Denny Harper's team. That's Brendan Fezzi, number 13, who takes the shot and scores for UC San Diego. That's his first goal of the year. He's got 1 goal, 1 assist now. Coach Denny Harper looking for his 689th career coaching victory if the Tritons close this one out today. He'd be 689 and 488 with 4 ties over the course of his illustrious career with the Tritons. Matthew Rodriguez tries to find Jackson Sumwalt. He does find him, but the unfortunate thing is he found the top of his head, so possession goes over to UC San Diego. Keenast waits a while. It's 10 seconds before they get that pass down. That's going to be Max Bravenel. Offensive foul called. The Eagles will take over possession and move it back the other way. Jackson Sumwalt throws it over to Dom Hidalgo Valacio, who finds Max Osborne. Good job by Osborne to still be in this game. He got 2 exclusions really early. Nice little move there to work around his defender. He's going to have to pick up and shoot or something here quick as the shot clock expires on Biola. And we'll go back down the other way. Osborne's been a big presence for this Biola team so far. Came into today with 4 goals, 4 assists, and 4 drawn exclusions. UCSD kicking the ball around. Up top, that's Jack Rand. He's going to slide it over to that far side. They're looking to set center. As they do, they get a kick out called. It's going to be Matt Rodriguez who has to go sit out for 20 seconds. Range with it. He pushes it back over to Fezzi. Fezzi puts it in. It's at that far side once more. And now back to Fezzi up top. Range. Osborne was in defense there. And it's a turnover by UC San Diego. Rodriguez has a chance to pick up some steam as he comes out of that penalty box. He's looking for a teammate that he can find with some open space. And there's nothing. So he's just going to have to kind of shuffle his way forward. He ultimately finds Osborne on this far side. Osborne well defended by Range. Gets it back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez over to Sumwalt. Sumwalt from way out. Shot clock down to 5. Rodriguez tries to loft it up into that far corner. Almost was successful, but it goes right by that far post and out of play. Range with the ball. He pushes it back up to Fezzi. Fezzi's going to pump and then kick over to the far side. Trying to set center. Sumwalt was on defense. That one blocked by Carpenter. Huge heavy shot by Nordanyan, but Carpenter gets his chest on it and Biola will go the other way. Carpenter up to 5 saves in this game now. Rodriguez finds Valesio inside. Exclusion's going to be called as he got swam over, and a timeout will be called by Coach Nordell. He's going to enter in a new group for this 6-on-5 opportunity for the Eagles. Just realized that I got to catch my scoreboard up for you guys. Sorry about that. It's 23-2. You can also follow all the action from this game live on the Foch.net. Live link is also at athletics.biola.edu. We'll have a live stream and live scoring for every home contest here at La Mirada Splash. Big thank you to the city of La Mirada for allowing us to host here right across from our campus at this beautiful facility. Also, big shout out to them for setting us up a dedicated Wi-Fi network so that we could actually have the signal strength to be able to bring these streams to you guys. So 20 seconds of a 6-on-5 opportunity here for the Eagles. They're going to get the full seconds because of that quick timeout called. Tibbetts works it back to Hankey. Hankey overthrows it to Nolan Rapp. They'll see a couple seconds float away after that. Hankey back on it. Passes it up to Tibbetts. Tibbetts gives it one big pump, and it's going to work all the way back to Rapp. Rapp shoots it, and it's saved. Keenas drops it down again with the right hand. And with just under 4 minutes left in this game, UC San Diego works back the other way. Beautiful job by Manel Agosto to take that and flip it forward and keep swimming all in one smooth motion as he was on his back. Up to the top, one-timer opportunity by Latkovich. It's stopped by Carpenter, who's up to 6 saves. He's averaging just about 11 per game, is the freshman for the Eagles. Kenny Wolfe working forward. The pressure on the defensive end has subsided just a little bit from UC San Diego as this game has gone along, giving Biola a bit more space to breathe. That pass from Rapp was trying to find Jonas Huckabee. Huckabee was getting shoved underwater, and an exclusion gets called. Eagles will have another opportunity here. They've really got to convert. It'd be great to go into the final minutes of this game with some confidence after converting on this 6-on-5. Rapp up to Wolfe. Wolfe takes it and scores! Biola cuts it to 23-3. Here's another look at that one. Biola works it up and around up to the top. Couple of pumps and converts. First goal of the game for Kenny Wolfe. That's his 6th of the season. We've got 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in this one. Brandon Nugent is going to push it on forward to Ravenel. Moves it all the way over to that far side of the field. Skip shot from right at the post goes in for Nordanyan. And that'll make it 24-3 UC San Diego. Nordanyan's up to 4 goals now, ties him with Latkovich for the team lead in today's game. He came into this game with 4 goals total on the season, so he's doubled his tally. Will Tibbetts trying to travel around his defender. Foul is called on Nordanyan. Tibbetts passes it over to Huckabee. Huckabee up to Wolfe. Wolfe with the guy behind him. Takes the skip shot and back-to-back scores from Kenny. Good pass and good heads up. Water polo played there as the Eagles again cut it down to that 20 margin. It's a good job by Wolfe to work around his defender and get that open space, and a great job by Huckabee to have his head up, ready to pass it, and there you get another look at that great goal. Excellent to see the signs of life from Biola here. Obviously, the game got out of hand a little while ago, but they're still pushing, fighting, grinding for every last little bit they can get, and that's really what they got to do as they build this program starting in its first year from the ground up. Kick out is called. That's going to be on Grasso. He's going to go out. 6-on-5 opportunity for UC San Diego. They're going to pass it around and around and around. And finally, they find the man they're looking for. That's Max Carrillo in the center. He's been pretty darn good today. He converts there for a goal, and it's going to be 25-4 UC San Diego. That's Carrillo's 4th goal. So 3 men now lead with 4 goals on the day. He's up to 11 for the season. Grasso up to Osborne. Just over a minute and a half left here in what's been just a beautiful day for some water polo. My goodness, not a cloud in the sky, beautiful blue skies. Not too overbearing temperatures. Matt Vincent tries the backhand but can't get it to go. It's going to go out of play, and UCSD will take back the ball. UCSD's not going to force anything here. Just over a minute left on the clock. Grasso's going to get up, play some pressure defense. Matthew Rodriguez is not going to do that. He sloughs all the way back off to help out center. Josiah Brimage and Rodriguez are going to lock down that area, and I think we're just going to see UC San Diego cede possession here. They do. Biola is going to get it with 50 seconds left in this one. Grasso over to Bagley. Bagley over to Osborne. Foul is called. Osborne's going to have an opportunity to get it live and go up to Matt Rodriguez. Rodriguez with some space in front of him tries to spin around his defender, gets fouled. 32 seconds left. Rodriguez takes a shot, and it looked like it went into me, but I guess it did not. So with 22 seconds now, it looks like UC San Diego is just going to go ahead and work down the clock as they look to pick up their 2nd WWPA win of the season. They'll go to 2-0 in the conference. Biola will go to 0-1 in its first chance at conference competition. 3 seconds left here. And that'll do it. There's the final buzzer. So 25-4 is the final. 2 goals from Luke Franklin opened the scoring for Biola. 2 goals from Kenny Wolfe finished the scoring for the Eagles. The number 9 ranked Tritons are going to improve to 6-2 on the year. Biola drops to 1-5. Up next for the Eagles is number 14 Santa Clara. That's a 2 p.m. match on the road at Santa Clara, September 24th, followed by a 1 p.m. match on the road at Fresno Pacific at 1 p.m. on the 25th. Take a look at the water polo schedule page on athletics.biola.edu to see if there will be any live scoring or live video for either of those contests. Up next for the Tritons is a good one. Number 5 UC Santa Barbara in Santa Barbara at noon just 2 days from now. So follow the Fosh to get an update on that one. Once again, I'm Neil Morgan. It's been a pleasure to bring this game to you. I hope you guys had a good time and enjoyed some water polo. Thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to having you on next time.